Hey guys, welcome to Dead True Podcast. My name's Jimmy.
I'm Dawn.
Steven.
What's going on, guys? So we're all excited. We just seen a new episode the other day. How was the Reapers, Miss Dawn?
I thought it was pretty exciting. What about you guys?
Well, first, how was everybody's weekend? We want to give everybody time to tune in, don't we?
Yeah,
Or
might as
jump
well.
right into it.
Oh, yeah,
Did you do a lot of tours this weekend?
It was crazy this weekend. How about you?
Yeah, it was pretty busy. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a tour of almost 30 people. It was pretty big for my little area, that's for sure. I had a lot of fun though.
Well, everybody that's watching now, we got to get them to go share this. I'm about to go share it now too.
Yep.
Because man, I think we've been killing it. Oh, I got feedback here.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, it was busy. It was busy in Sonoy. A lot of people turned out for the viewing party. A lot of people taking tours. It was pretty hopping.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun last weekend. That was for sure.
Yeah, I had a good time too. I had a bunch of good groups, and yeah, it was a good time.
I had my tooth extracted. I know that helped me out. I had a headache for like almost 2 months, and it was getting pretty bad. And
Oh yeah, I saw that. Were you dealing with it this weekend though?
no, actually, I want to say Friday I had it pulled, and by Saturday afternoon I started feeling better. But I was 100% better today. I've been feeling.
Oh man, nothing
no
feels
new person.
better. Nothing feels better than having a tooth pulled when it's been driving you crazy, dude.
That's right.
Oh yeah, well I didn't know it technically was my tooth. I just knew I was sick, and I was sick for a long period of time. So it was pretty good to know that's what it was.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Don? What'd you get into this weekend?
Work. I work every week. Just work.
Well, I mean, I do too. I got another job too, but I guess I don't know. At least mine's something different, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I think did Jimmy disappear on us?
I'm still here. If you can hear me, it's just my computer's acting stupid tonight for some reason. That's why we didn't do the Patreon. And let me try to fix something. Hold on, it might go looking crazy. Hold on, ready?
Yeah.
Didn't work. I might have to back out and come back in. Go ahead and keep rolling, guys, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I have to work to make that money so I can come down next week.
Oh, it's next week?
The 16th. Yeah.
16th. That's this coming up weekend?
No, it's next weekend.
Oh, next week. Yeah. So 16th. What day?
We're coming down Thursday and leaving Sunday.
Heck yeah.
I'm back. Wow, look at that.
There
Hey
we
guys,
go.
I see everybody saying hey in the comments. Sorry, we're having technical difficulty tonight. Anybody who's on Patreon, the reason why you didn't get an invite tonight is because literally our computers were crashing and the internet was going haywire. So yeah, that's why. Steven's just got on there with 2 minutes to go, and I'm still dropping out. So
Yeah.
we'll see how the show goes. It's going to be a party. So what was we looking at, Mr. Steven?
Oh, I was just sharing everything here, but I think yeah, the viewing party went good. I got some trivia questions from the group from a couple of them. Got some trivia questions from a couple of them. Freaking Amazing and what's the other one? Horror
Nation.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I think they about sold out, and JT was there.
Yeah, I rode by and seen JT hanging out at the front. I was like, I was gonna come back up there and realize I was too tired to even get out of the truck. I'd been working all day. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay in the truck. I'll see you later, JT.
Yeah, JT was there. Oscar and them were there.
Yeah, I seen him hanging out in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty fun. I had some pretty hard questions.
Good.
So what kind of trivia questions was Steven Sweet ask?
Well, one of them I asked Dawn, and I can't remember what she said now, but the first question was, what was the first line of dialogue between Stephanie and Eugene over the radio?
Mm-hmm.
And it was something like, Monica, if you're watching this, Monica has the paper in there. So
Yeah.
Monica,
Well, it's
I
not
think-
very cool to get answered the cheat sheet out. I'm just saying. I can't-
there it is. It says hello, Taterbug. That's what she said to
Oh,
him.
there
the
you
first
go.
time.
There you go.
Now a bunch of people put that she played a song, and I think she did, didn't she? Didn't she play a song first? Wasn't there
I think
a song?
she did. But Miss Sweet probably didn't need that cheat sheet. She probably had it on her own.
But I said dialogue, so I
Yeah,
counted it
right.
wrong if they put the song. I mean, because
Yeah.
it's a dialogue, but I don't know. I can't remember all of them now, but I think we had some pretty good ones. But man, I'm running a little dry. I'm gonna have to start recycling some of them things or something.
Well, it's a different party, so I think you can do that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what's cool are those buttons. Have y'all seen the buttons you get now? The pins?
Yeah, you gotta hook me up with some of them buttons, man. I've been seeing them. I actually kind of jealous. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I don't get them every time, but every now and then they'll let me grab me and Monica one, and I've almost got the whole set. I'm only missing 2, I think.
Okay, that's awesome.
So
man.
if I get any doubles, I'll let y'all know.
Cool. Sounds good to me. So that episode 3.
Yeah, let's jump into it now. We got people in here.
Oh yeah, so we come out swinging, man. We get the Reapers just come out just wailing on people. So how do we like that, Mr. Steven?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. The Reaper part of it was definitely better than any of the little side stories they had going on. That would be my only complaint about the episode, I guess. But the Reaper storyline, I'm liking it. What mall was that, Jimmy? Was that DeKalb?
I'm thinking it is. I ain't got confirmation on it, but I
can
have.
check.
I actually went to the church at the end of the episode the other day and went inside of it. I have access to that church.
Oh yeah, where's it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you don't give away your sources, but
Well, I mean, I'm the source. I mean,
what road is it on?
It's on the Line Creek and Rising Star.
Yep.
It's right in that connector, right on the left. So actually, I have anybody want to see it? Just come talk to me and we can work it out because I have access to the building.
Come talk to both of us. We work something out.
There you go. We
do it. We do it together.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah, I can.
When dawn comes down, we should go check out some new spots.
Hey, I need to talk to you after the show. I can't say it until next week.
I know.
Next week.
I know.
Yes.
I think I know what you're talking about because I wanted to bring it up too, and I know where it's at. But
oh yeah, I want to bring it up too. Let's say a certain person almost got hit by a train there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
I don't know. Season 11 isn't on the Walking Dead locations page yet. I was gonna see if it had that spot, but no.
I got you no matter what.
Not the one we're talking about. Not the one we're talking about, but
no, the one we're talking about should be in Palmetto, but we can't say what it is, right?
Oh, I thought it was Griffin.
There's half of it's in Palmetto and half of it's in Griffin.
Well, we better just stop.
You got to be quiet about that, though. We can't talk about it till next week.
I know. See, I didn't watch, but I watched maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the 4th episode. I just didn't want.
We do need to do something, okay? We need to make a pact right here while all 3 of us is here. Well, it's Casey. We can include him in later, but we need to make a pact. We cannot watch the new episode until after the show.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna wait until. That's what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, I'm gonna wait until after the podcast. That way, I don't get it confused. Because I think last week I accidentally said some things that I didn't realize until I rewatched the episode 3 today. Like I was talking about how Maggie left behind what's his name, or took him, was lugging him around, Alden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I brought stuff up about that last week, and I didn't even realize I thought I was talking about the 3rd episode or the 2nd episode. So yeah, I'm gonna wait and watch it. Like,
can Dawn manage to put it off for 24 hours? That's the question.
You can wait till Tuesday. Just wait.
Seriously, hell, you can wait till 11 o'clock on a Monday night. You can watch it.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Dawn's one of the people's up 4:00 in the morning on
Well,
a Thursday night watching that jump.
Dawn ain't spoiled anything either, I don't think.
No, she's been good. She's been good. I haven't. I admit that.
But
Go ahead.
no, I don't know. I was just thinking about that episode, thinking about what all jumped out at me.
Yeah, they. I know you. There's a girl in the comments. There is some of it in Griffin, and there's some of it in Noonan. I
Okay.
can't say which part until next week, so
I'm
we're not
pretty sure I
elaborating. That's the
know.
last thing I'll say on it. Because
Yeah.
I was already planning to go over there tomorrow and get some pictures. Just saying.
Yeah, and you're taking me there next week too.
I'll take you there and drop you off and see how far you can run with the car. But it'll be all right. But no,
Shoot.
it's a great episode this weekend. I like how she was running up the stairs and she grabbed a hold of that pole. Was that pole already sewn in half? But when she grabbed it and it just broke and the walker fell over it. I mean, the dude from the Reapers when they were in the mall.
She just went beast mode, man. I don't know.
How in the hell you gonna break through metal like that?
I don't think it was sawed off or sawed or anything because the walker went over it, right? It didn't go through it. Did she throw the walker over?
If you rewatch the episode, yeah, well, the little stairwell, the metal collapsed, and whatever it was fell with it. I thought it was a Reaper, but it could have been a walker.
No, there was a walker right before the Reaper, and I'm trying to figure out if it got tossed down there too.
Yeah, because she lost her flashlight with it, I think.
Okay, so see, the walker went over the railing. It didn't snap it. I mean,
yeah.
She was just badass Maggie.
Man, she's Incredible Hulk sometimes. That other show must have did something to her to make her stronger.
She was. I'll give her this. She was a little bit more tolerable this episode. Like for me,
she was a lot more tolerable.
She didn't get on my nerves this episode.
Yeah, to me it was a breath of fresh air for her because she's been getting on my nerves quite a bit.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of your thoughts, Dawn? You got notes over there?
Heck no, I had to work today. What stood out to me, and this episode was Father Gabriel. I thought he was like badass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seth, yeah, he's killing it, man. Like he's quickly, I don't know, he's kind of, I've always liked him, but he's becoming one of my favorites. I mean, like big time. And I never thought that would be the case.
He's becoming a force to reckon with.
Well, I feel like he's lost his religion at this point. He just don't care anymore. Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
My thing did it. I'm just working this thing. Hold on. Let me leave again. Sorry.
I think Jimmy's just wanting to leave. But yeah, no. I hope they
think about Magna coming to Carol and telling her not to search for Connie anymore.
She needs to mind her own business, man. I sound so negative all the time, and for real, y'all watching, I do it because I like the show. Like I do it to all my favorite shows. But like, I don't know. I feel like Magna should just back off. I feel like she should just fade into the background. Because in the comics, I was trying to wait on Jimmy. I think he's coming. But in the comics, Magna's character is pretty cool. She comes into the comics kind of right after the time jump.
Mm-hmm.
And her and Yumiko, and it's almost the same group, except there aren't any like hearing impaired characters or anything, I don't think. But they use Magna and her group as like the reader's eyes about how things have changed in the time jump and what's happened. Instead of just explaining it, having somebody just tell the story, they use her to tell that story from a fresh set of eyes, which updates the reader. And then she just kind of like, she's still there, but she don't really have her own storylines, or she don't really have, I don't know. They refer to her and stuff, but she kind of fades off into the background. You know,
Do
she's
you
there
think
still.
she's going to be just one of the ones that gets killed off?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Is somebody is somebody supposed to die in 4? No spoilers because I hadn't seen it. Have you seen it already?
Yeah, nobody.
Never mind. No.
She's not even in that episode.
I know. They're never in more than, I mean, they're never in them back to back. And I got something to bring up about that too when we start talking about Clear.
And then what do you think about Rosita talking to Carol about her dreams about Abraham? Do you think that's foreshadowing her death?
No. So I had Levi, the little terror, our 3-year-old, running around when I was watching it. So what did she tell her about the dreams?
That he was trying to tell her something, and then he got, what was it, hit in the head, Jimmy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my junkie's messing up tonight.
Okay. So yeah, I think I missed that part.
Yeah, I was just wondering, since Sasha had those dreams, I'm just wondering if it's foreshadowing Rosita death. I don't know. I'm just bringing it up as a theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got a feeling a lot of people there are way more characters in the spotlight than there was in the comics. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be dying here soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. That was kind of scares me about Seth because he's becoming somebody bigger than he was.
That's what I know. Yeah, he's showing all the warning signs of getting the phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He really is. They love to do that, and you can kind of tell. It would be cool if they didn't, and they did it, and it was a surprise this time, and he didn't. You know what I mean? But yeah, they do that. They'll build it up, and you can tell when they're building a character up just to strip it away from you.
I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed they haven't used Aaron that much.
Yeah, I think they will though.
Yeah.
He appeared a little bit, but that was about it. He hadn't been a main focus.
Right.
Yeah, he appeared in this episode for a little bit, but hopefully they will, because I really liked that Father Gabriel and Aaron episode from the bonus episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really liked it. That's probably one of my favorites. Not of all time or anything. I mean, it might be pretty low on the list, but it's one of my favorites out of the 5 bonus ones.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I thought he was good, and so was Seth.
So what y'all think about Carol killing the horses?
To be honest with you, that kind of threw me off a little bit because I thought they were using the horses to actually carry stuff.
Right.
When I got back, they had killed them. I'm like, really?
Yeah, but they found a crap load of them, right? They found a shitload of them.
Yeah, but the thing was that, I understand you're in that situation. You have to eat. I understand that. It just threw me off. I didn't expect that to happen.
Really
I didn't expect it neither. Yeah. I mean, of course I did when she was laying it down and stuff, but then I was like, man, is she for real gonna? And then it just went all in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. It was really kind of dark right there.
But I mean, if you're that freaking hungry,
yeah, you gonna eat what you got to. Ain't no doubt about that.
So, what y'all think of the interaction with the kids, with like Judith and?
I loved it, but the problem is, I know those kids are safe, but the history of kids being on the show, they always die.
Right.
So I wonder how long. I mean, they haven't showed. I can't remember Rick and Michonne's kid's name is. Excuse me, guys, but
RJ.
They hadn't showed a lot of RJ at all, but I have a funny feeling he's not going to be around for a while.
I don't know. This is what I hope. I hope that at the end of it all, they do a time jump, and this is all theories, by the way. I don't know anything. This is all just what I would like to see. But I hope there's like a new generation of people, and they're older at that point, maybe even 70 years old, and they're like telling the story to other kids, like their grandkids. It's kind of like the comics, but in the comics it was just Carl, which we know that's not going to happen. So
Right.
it's not really a spoiler, but I hope that's how they do it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Remember how they had dinner around the table back in the day in Alexandria?
Mhm.
Do you think that would be a perfect ending as them as grown ups?
Well, yeah, except there's not too many other kids that we would know, I don't think, if they,
Well, I'm
unless,
pretty sure they're reproduced by that point, though.
yeah, but yeah,
There's,
maybe if they didn't do such a huge time jump like the comics did, they shouldn't do such a big time jump. Have some of the
Yeah.
original people still, well, some of the original people were still alive in the comic too. Negan was still alive.
yeah. I don't know. I just thought that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. What you got, Miss Dawn? What's your thoughts?
I kind of feel that Negan and Maggie are kind of, it's getting better. Their relationship is getting better, less tense, I think.
It's a love story, man. It's that they called in a bad romance. I'm telling you, it feels weird. They've been.
Well, you telling me there's gonna be porn music playing in the woods or something?
Nah, nah. I'm just kidding. I don't think anything will happen, but it does. It feels weird. It feels like they're. You know what I mean? It feels like a
rip something. Yeah, definitely.
romance.
What
But
y'all
yeah,
think
no.
about the walker burnt with the Judas sign over top of it?
Oh yeah, because when I saw that, I immediately thought about that. It was kind of funny timing because we just watched that episode.
I ain't Judas, yeah.
Yeah, that it was in the title, and I was like, "Holy crap!" It's an Easter egg.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that way. I mean, I take it we'll learn maybe what that was. I mean, it was just somebody, I guess, that betrayed him. Do
you think they're going to find Alden and do that to him maybe with that cross there when they come back? Or do you think he'll be a walker because he just bled out? Or
well, they did go back to that church. I just don't know what they filmed there. They might have did a reshoot. I don't know, but they did go back.
I kind of feel like they'll keep him alive.
I hope. I really do. I think he's a valuable member.
Yeah, I would say if I thought I got the feeling he was gonna die off, I would have no problem saying that. But I got the feeling, I don't know, the way they left it and everything, I got a feeling that he's gonna still be alive. Because yeah, that character's pretty cool. I didn't care for him that much there for a while, but now he's all right.
Yeah.
We just got so many characters, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many characters.
I'm kind of missing Rick. Wasn't there a story about The Walking Dead needs him? Did you read that story?
Article?
Yeah, it's an article. Yeah, I shared it on the page.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have a longing to want to know what's going on with him.
Well, we know Jadis is back, so maybe we'll find out something on World
Well,
Beyond.
Is she back on the show or is she filming for the movies?
No, she's in the trailer of World Beyond.
Oh, that's right. World Beyond. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So Gimple said we're not going to see Rick, but we're going to know more about that helicopter flight.
My whole thing is, no matter what, they need to bring him back to the actual show before this shit ends. And I don't know. Part of me is lost without him. As far as the show goes, it is.
Well, that's because the show was his story. That's why.
And why? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Why do that? I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this article. It hits the nail right on the head. It's like Rick has been an integral part of the storyline since episode 1. Having him missing from the final season would be a disservice to both the show and his character. I mean, that's true.
Fans.
And the fans.
And the fans.
Yeah.
They gotta break. There's no way they won't. I'm 99% sure that he'll be back for
I'm
this
hoping
season.
he'll be back in part C. You know, they got part B they're filming right now. I'm hoping he'll be back at
Yeah,
least C.
it'll probably be C, like the last quarter of it or whatever, or the last third of it.
Well, you know what we got to do, right? We got to. Oh my God, my camera went off again. Hey, I'm gonna just
Man,
continue. I think we need to like have a Lincoln watch, like around there. We need to keep an eye on see if Lincoln's around.
yeah, hell, they'll hide him though. We ain't gonna be able to find him. We'd be better off finding Bigfoot.
Bigfoot ain't as cool though.
No.
But I agree, it's missing Rick because you feel like this whole storyline was about him, and now we're just like Jimmy said, it's turning into the Daryl show because AMC owns Daryl, basically.
Yeah, and Allison's got a good point in the comments there, or they should have kept Carl alive
Yes.
and ended it with him. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to go. But I understand why they didn't do it. But I don't know, the whole Carl thing too. That there's something fishy with that, man. Like that I don't think that was supposed to play out the way it did. I think we'll know a lot more about that once the show ends, and like he feels like he can talk about it, without, I don't know, ruining like conventions and stuff like that or anything, or just didn't want to paint a negative light of the show. You know what I mean? While it's still on. But I think when it ends, I think more will come out about that. Because, man, I tell people on tour this, when they killed him off, like, it was funny how they threw old Henry in the foreground. You know what I mean? Like, they had to replace a teenage boy with a teenage boy. Like, he was already there, but he wasn't in your face. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Carl's head was planned to be one of the heads on the Pikes. I think they were going to kill him. I mean, I think he was going to get killed off, but I think he was supposed to be like the big shocker of the heads on the spot.
Do you think a little bit of that reason why he got killed off is because his dad though?
I mean, no. Well, I'll comment. I mean,
comment, man. It's okay.
that's what I hear.
I feel the same way. I really do.
I know that his dad, like he let off a big rant on Facebook and then deleted it, but it had already been screenshot by that point.
Yeah, I feel the same way you do. I feel like it was a conflict of interest. A lot of stuff was going on. I'm not going to elaborate what was going on, but
I don't know that. I just have a feeling that I don't know anything the details, but I have a feeling his parents had a lot to do with it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you could tell by the way they wrote the episode and just threw it in there. You were kind of like shocked. It was like out of the blue.
Well, to me, it was like there was no remorse when Chandler died. I mean, Carl died. There was no. Rick didn't go crazy like he did with Lori. It was kind of weird to me.
And yeah, they didn't spend much time on anybody grieving it. Like,
Well,
it was really weird.
It was weird.
Grieving for Rick. I was like, they had more grieving over Otis.
Well, Otis was an awesome guy, man. He put down him steaks and he ate all that Southern food. He was awesome. I know. I'm just saying, Otis was cool. Can't hate on the fat boy.
Well, back then, their mindset, like, you know what I mean? You got to think after so long, you might not. I mean, you just accept what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Back then, not that they had hope because they knew there wasn't like a cure or anything, but it seemed like they had more hope and they were doing things more normal as they, I guess, adapt. They're going to change their, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Definitely. Yeah, I want to move on to Clear or spend some more time on the new episode?
I'm trying to think of anything else that I really noticed in this episode, but I don't know.
Kind of seen the Easter egg kind of reminded Maggie of the bat when Negan held that down with the blood on it, that hook he had.
Yeah, I didn't think about that till you just said it, but
yeah.
Now, let me now when they were running through the woods and they were throwing the stars or knives or whatever,
Yeah.
that was on Crook Road next to through all the
Yeah.
trees. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool as hell.
Crook
Yeah.
Road is just like
It's the shit.
they're on fire these days. He's on.
Yeah. I was sitting there, I'm like, I know exactly where that shit is. Don's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I know exactly where that shit is.
Crook Road should win an award. We should make an award for Crook Road.
Yep.
Jimmy, I want my picture taken by the Crook Road sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's killing
just,
it.
It's just as famous, man.
That's right.
It's killing it. So that road on the church, I thought that was Crook Road, and then they just cut to the church. Is it not?
No. What you have is you have an open field to the left. When they walk down the Rising Star going to the church, you're going towards Line Creek where all those cars were.
Yeah.
That's actually right there, because if you look to the left over there where you see the mailbox out on the other side of that same field is the same place where Miss Shone and Andrea was when the helicopter went down. It's not where they walked in at, but like on the studio property, that's where the actual, helicopter was.
Yeah.
But where it actually went down, because he actually led the pet walkers out into the field right there. Same place.
Yeah, and I forgot about that dairy farm showing up tonight too, or last night. We rode by there. Actually, we made a YouTube video, and we happened to pass by it coming from Rick's Bridge, where Rick disappeared. Coming from there, we rode by it, and it had the signs out, and they were filming back there. It's like Bucks. Is it Bucks Dairy Farm?
I think so. Yeah. It's on the way to Griffin, right?
Yeah.
It's from Sonoy to Griffin. It's on the left. They use both sides of the road, though. But yeah, that place has been there since I was a little kid, man. I think it's been there since I was like 5 or 6 years old, and probably before that.
Well, that's funny because, like, I feel like those scenes might have been meant for, like, I don't know. Like, 'cause it's weird. They filmed that a long time ago, or they were filming out there. It's been a long time ago. Like,
Pam says Rook's Dairy. Is it
Rooks? That's it.
Yeah. Pam said that. But they've been filming there for a while. I was hearing, but I don't know. You know more than I do.
Well, I mean, I just thought it was weird. Like they may have that may have been meant for an earlier episode, is what I was thinking, and they, for some reason put it in a different spot, or either that, they just filmed out of order like they've been known to do.
There you go. But those cars are down there on Rising Star. Then they take a right and go into the church. And when they leave, they actually is the same place where they left, where they open, kind of like on trees on both sides where that cross is. Same spot. Every scene right there is the same thing. Yep. And I think that was one of Don's trivia questions today too, right, Don?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that nobody. Who got it right?
Tabby Lynn got it right.
Okay, cool. Miss Tabby Lynn, awesome.
So yeah, what I get excited about every week now is our throwback episode. When tonight we had the best one, clear.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I actually got some pictures from Cindy Sumner, Mr. Kevin. Could you put those up for us, buddy? So what we're actually looking at down here, we see it, that one would be the big one. All right, so that's Morgan on top of Morgan's apartment in Grantville back then. It was actually him. I know Jim said that it was not him back in the day, but it actually was. We got proof. We got a couple more pictures. You go to the next one. There we go. So that is Lenny James, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. There you go. Hey man, we got Cindy Sumner's opinion, and that travels pretty far. So she said it was definitely Lenny. So there you go. And the next one, she got a picture of the Clearwall when it was actually on the show. Away with you all. So there you go.
Hey.
So that's the actual paint.
The Walking Dead paint. Yes, they took it down after that, and they put the Away with You now how they have now. But that's the actual one. Those all come from Cindy.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just said thank you, Cindy.
Oh yeah, because back then Jimmy was afraid to do anything, and now I'm not so much anymore. Yeah, but that's him. It's pretty awesome to see that, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and start this whole Clear episode. Let's go ahead and what's y'all's favorite thing about Clear and why? Go ahead, Mr. Steven.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead. Bud.
Just I don't know. I mean, my favorite thing is the dialogue between Morgan and Rick, man. That's some award-winning performances right there, especially Lenny James. I mean, Lenny James, I don't know. That's one of my favorite performances in the whole show. I mean, it's probably number one, where, you know, he realizes it's Rick finally and is talking to him. Like, he kills it. Like, if I was an actor, I would use that as my monologue for, like, my tapes. You know what I mean? That I send out to people. Like, that's one of the best scenes ever.
Go ahead, Miss Dawn.
I think one of my favorite parts is the bonding between Stone and Carl.
Yeah.
There you go.
Helps him get the picture and goes into the cafe, and it's just the bonding of them two.
That's when they first actually had mutual respect for each other. I know Carl hated her.
Right.
And when she showed Carl she could actually, you know, be with him and have confidence in him, I think that showed a long ways too. You know, a lot of people, I used to do the Clear tour for a long, long time. Clear to me is the episode and the story behind the tour itself. I know a lot of people don't know it. Both guys that did the recreation of that, they're both deceased now. Jonathan and Patrick, and those guys meant a lot to me. Of course, we just lost Jonathan not even a month ago. But that being said, what my favorite part of the episode was the dialect of Lenny James himself.
Yeah.
How he actually lost his family. You know, he lost Dwayne, lost his wife. And he was just going crazy, and that great depression and all the weight that must have been on him not to be able to put down his wife and then losing his son because of that. And he felt like the blame of that was on himself. That must have been a hell of a weight to walk around with, and kind of we see him go crazy because of it. So that's my whole demeanor of it. And, you know, how, you know, Rick didn't, you know, Rick basically had his family, but Lenny had nothing. If you actually look in Lenny's eyes, he was dead at that point. And how he come back from that. So Clear to me means a lot. It's my favorite episode by far. Yeah, and it will probably always be. There is no other episode. And that's actually with you know, Scott's show. So I mean, he did really good on it. So
it's number one for me too. And I mean, if you were to take this episode and what we got out of it, and they say it was to be airing right now with these new seasons and stuff with this, you know what I mean? Like, it would take 5 of the new episodes to tell this story that we got in one episode. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir, I do.
Like, if it were to air now, it would take so many episodes just to get this great story that we got in this one episode back then. I noticed it because I watched the new one again, the 3rd episode of the one that aired Sunday. And then I watched Clear after that. And that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, man, this is such a good beginning, middle, and end that it would take multiple episodes of the new ones to get this one.
Now, I think a lot of that has to do with the dialect and them trying to slow the show down too. I remember after about season 5 or 6, they started slowing the storyline down drastically, and it felt like a slow motion. And I remember that one season was like a day. It was just kind of crazy.
The season was a day?
Yeah, it was like a day or a couple days or something like that. It was like remember they led the Walkers away from Alexandria, and that was like one day. And like one day you had the Walkers going away from Alexandria. The next episode, same damn day, You had the transfer truck run into the wall same damn day. Yeah, it was just crazy to me. It was all part of the same day. It was a little different, and it's just drug out.
Well, that and like I said, the too many characters and they got too many side stories going on. They just try to break it up to where you got 5 episodes to tell a story because you've got 2 other ones going on. That you know what I mean?
Yeah. How much of that though is like the payroll? They don't want to put too many people on one payroll, so they started breaking it down. We had to
I
pay
have
all
no
that.
idea.
Yeah, it's to me that's what it's about now is the payroll.
I don't
'Cause they
know. I
gotta-
think I think
What?
Dawn was about to say something, and I keep interrupting.
I'm
Me
here.
too.
You're fine. Go ahead.
No, would you? Did you have something?
Go ahead, Miss Dawn.
No, I was just listening to you all.
Do you feel as strong as we do about Clear?
I mean, I like Clear, but it's probably not one of my favorite episodes.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I wonder how much of that, Stephen, though, is like our being here and actually
Yeah.
being.
Because
wonder
I
how much.
mean, you got it in Grantville more than I did, but we used to go there for the Big Zombie 2, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, we would go there. I would go there probably 3-4 times a week sometimes. You know what I mean? And go up in the apartment and all that good stuff. So a lot of it may be that we work. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. That might be the reason, because I'll be honest with you, I spent more. Well, now I spent more time over in Harrelson than I have there, but I could say that my history dealing with my 2 deceased friends has a lot to do with it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
what I always liked about Grantville was, you had Sonoy, which was starting to blow up.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming there. So you could go to Grantville and there wouldn't be a soul there. I mean, I
Yeah.
always liked that about Grantville too. You could just hang out and you know what I mean there.
It's still the Walking Dead vibe without
Yeah.
the hustle and
Well,
bustle. Yeah.
I mean, people would, pop in and out. You even see people all the time and stuff, but they were popping in and out. It wasn't like Sonoy, you know what I mean?
I will have to say, as a fan and coming down there where you're all there all the time, Grantville was the place that made you feel like you were in the show, especially if you stayed at Morgan's apartment. Like, that was the best experience for a Walking Dead fan.
That's because it's apocalyptic, but that's what I like about it too, man. It's spooky. It's spooky out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's got one of those feelings like there's probably vampires or something that live in that town. You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest with you, man, that building, Morgan's apartment, I don't talk about it a lot. That damn thing's haunted.
Oh,
I'll be honest with you.
I've been told that by a lot of people.
That thing, Go ahead, Don.
I was going to say it is. And I remember when I stayed there with my sister-in-law back last October, and she went out to smoke. It was like 1 a.m, and it was like dead silence. There was like no cars that went by. It was like you felt like you were in the zombie apocalypse because there was no sign of life anywhere.
Well, Bonnie Castle is like, I think number 6 of one of the most haunted places in Georgia, or 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie Castle, that big brick. I know you know it, Jimmy, but Don, it's that big brick building at the end of the road that looks like a castle. Yeah, that thing.
It's what it. Didn't they film Dumb and Dumber 2 in there?
Yeah. It was
Well,
like I think it was the funeral home in Dumb and Dumber 2.
I thought it was where he blew the dust out. I thought
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I didn't really care for it that much.
Yeah.
I love the first one, but
yeah.
So does somebody there still, Stephen? And
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty private too, because I've wanted to I've heard they're pretty private, because I've wanted to go in there, or just because I've heard it's haunted and stuff. But I heard that at one point somebody told me it was an Airbnb, but I don't think it was ever an Airbnb. I've heard those people don't want people coming in their house, which is understandable.
I wouldn't want anybody in my house too. I'm pretty private too, though.
But it seems like I've seen some YouTube videos where they allowed some people to come do like these big paranormal research people that come out and stuff, but I'm not sure.
I remember one night I was working down there, and they had a little pizza place called Stasio's, and Pete Stasio was his name, great guy. But anyway, we went over there and ate dinner, and me and the kids were going back down there, and I forgot something in the store. And keep in mind, nobody was there, just me. And I walked in that store, and you could hear somebody running out the back, like you could hear somebody run through the back. And I'm like, what in the hell? So I go to the back room back there, and not a damn soul was there. I was like, I got to get the hell out of here. I got the hell on then. But yeah, I used to see stuff in that store all the time. It was crazy.
That dummy upstairs, that Walker,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that used to scare the shit out of me, like all the time on tours. Like when I would come in there and flip the lights on, like it would be in a different spot every time too. But yeah, the Lenny James performance was awesome. I got my cat with me right here.
Here you go.
Did you ever get one of these, Jimmy?
My
Let's
mom
see.
made those
See it?
cats, man. My mother
She
made
did?
those. Yeah, they used to sell them at the Woodbury shop. She made them.
Yeah. Can everybody
Yeah.
see it?
That's the exact same one she made too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I got it from the
Yeah.
Woodbury shop way
Yeah.
back in the day.
You want my mama to sign it? I get her to sign it.
Yeah, I was wanting to get Denied to sign it.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, my mom used to make them for the Woodbury shop for a
I'm a
long
big
time.
fan of that cat. I've even got the action figure.
Oh, that's badass right there. She didn't make that, but she made the other one.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's a little action figure in the package and everything. It's like a custom made one.
That's
Pretty
cool.
badass. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that cat. I don't know why. I've always liked that
Yeah.
cat.
My mother doesn't make them anymore. My stepfather got cancer real bad, and she stopped, and she hadn't made them. That's why the Woodbury shop don't carry them anymore.
Yeah, I know. Everybody asks about them. Like whenever anybody sees mine in pictures, they always ask where I got it and stuff. And I'm always like the Woodbury shop, but you can't get none no more.
Well, I'll ask her if she wants to do it this year because Halloween where she gets her stuff at for the cats, and I can ask her to make another run of them. But she's pretty adamant about it. She don't want to do it anymore because she used to like burn her fingers and stuff on the hot glue. And she used to fuss about that, but she made a killing off them cats, man. She used to make like 10 of every other week or something like that. She was making a killing off of them. But the Woodbury shop would buy everything she had.
You need to do it for the last season.
I'll ask her. I mean, I could.
Yeah.
I'll call her after the show. We'll see. I'll ask her. But yeah, I'll see if I can get at least.
Look, now we got merch. We got merch.
There
We
you
got to
go.
put merch up for sale.
There
We'll
you go.
autograph it for you too. It'll bring it down. Since we autograph it, you get $5 off because it'll bring it down in value.
Exactly. Yep. But I'm trying to read all the comments. I'm sorry. I get sidetracked sometimes.
I am too. I'm trying to look over them, but
But the best thing about Granville Tour by far now, is the wall's still up. You can't see Morgan's apartment, but by far the best thing to see in Granville would be Miss Mary. Y'all still go down there and say hey to her. She really, really misses everybody, and she still wants to be a part of everything which she is. So if you see Miss Mary in Granville, please give her a hug and tell her you love her.
And if you don't know her and she introduced herself, don't be nervous. You don't have to say much. She'll tell you all about it.
Yep.
She'll tell you about the humanoids and everything. She's one of a kind, that's for sure. She's eccentric.
I've got this picture she gave me that is it's like an old picture of Grantville. I have to show it to you sometime, Jimmy. I don't know where I got it now, but it's pretty big,
Yeah.
and it's like an old picture way back in the day.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, it ain't the real copy. It's a, you know what I mean? It's a copy of it, but it's still pretty cool to see.
It's a copy of a copy.
Yeah, probably. But it's still cool.
Yeah. Also in Grantville, the different episode, but they actually have the mortuary house down there as well.
And the cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very cool. Go ahead, Stephen. I'm sorry.
No, go.
I get excited about Granville. I miss being around everybody down there. I really, really do. And it was such a fun time. We had Kids Day down there one time. We had Had Callie Szymanski, the Judah twins, had all of them down there. We had a great time. Also had a bunch of Walker signing. I remember Moses' first signing was down there. Most of Walker's we had down there doing autographs and stuff. We had a great time down there. And I remember we had Granville hopping sometimes. We had 100 people on tour after, season 3 and season 4, just as many. And it was cool, man, because we used to have Jim do the tours. We'd make him the celebrity of the tour. He'd wear a little cowboy hat. He'd have his little microphone and everything, talking real loud. This is before Atlanta movie tours even come down there. It was a lot of fun. I really, really miss those days because they were it was a party every night. Like after the tour, we all sit around and eat dinner and hang out, and we had a great time every night. And that's what I miss most about it. That was the most hopping time I ever had. And back then, Granville had plenty of people in it. It was crazy. It was fun too.
Well, that's always an interesting story that I used to tell, or used to go into detail on the tours when we went through Grantville, because we were able to show the clips on the screens.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it set up to where we put together the way they implanted the CGI, or whenever they put the mortuary at the top of the hill at the cemetery, because that wasn't really filmed there. It was just a house, like Jimmy said, and they CGI'd it into the cemetery. And then once they got close, Jimmy, am I wrong, or did they not put little fake gravestones in the yard so it still looked like it was a graveyard?
They did. So what you have is the graveyards about 4th Street over, Stephen?
It's just right up the street, yeah.
Yeah. It ain't far, but they made it in the show like it was one. When you see Daryl and Emily Kinney running up to the house, they have little fake gravestones. And also when she got kidnapped, the same thing. But I was there the night they filmed that. There was a car parked outside that we didn't know what the car was from, but that was the one that actually ran away with her. Fun story though. My buddy Greg Whaley was sitting up there. This is a night like we normally did. We stocked the set, and we were sitting down there, and Greg Whaley told his wife Lisa, he goes, "Don't touch that dog," because the dog come up to him and wanted to pet him. And he goes, "You don't know if that dog's got the mange or not." And I was like, "Where did that dog even come from?" It come out of set, like it came from base camp. We didn't know where this dog was. We didn't know anything about it. So 6 months later, we're watching the show, and that damn dog was in the show. It was the one with one eye. It talks about how the dog was a hero because it saved his owner's life. And I called Greg. I said, "How you feel now?" He goes, "I feel like shit." I was like, "I thought you did." Well, he told his wife, "Don't pet that dog. He's got the mange." But it's just a funny story, man. Greg's like, "I feel stupid. We could have got a picture with the dog." You never know, man. And another story was, remember the governor had the oxygen tanks at the hospital? He went and got for Lily's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got out. That's when I found that whole mask to the walker. But we were sitting out there, and there was an oxygen tank on the ground. And my buddy got out the car, and he's like, "I'm going to grab this oxygen tank. It's from the show." And I'm like, "Put that in that nasty-ass oxygen tank." 6 months later, the damn oxygen tank was on the show. I was like, "That's nasty as hell." But yeah, we used to find all kind of crazy stuff back then. It was a blast.
One more question about locations for you, Jimmy, since you're the expert of that area.
What's up?
The King County Cafe. So they use the depot right there.
Yep.
Was the interior the inside of that?
Yeah, they did use the interior. And
for the bar?
Yes, for the bar they did, yes. But the funny story about that was they were actually supposed to have walkers that was on fire for that. And Greg Nicotero canceled in the last minute. That was supposed to have been the first walkers that was ever on fire on the show.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't do it. They actually canceled it, and you get the girl that's in the window. And fun fact about that girl was she's one of the first ever fans that ever went a trip to be on the show. The little Asian girl looking through the window. She come over here. They paid for her trip and everything. And when she left and went back home, she was on the show, and she was all happy. But that girl was actually placed there on purpose. That's why they did the little wipe down the window.
It's cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because when I used to work for Walker Stalker back in the day, I used to ask all kind of questions about Clear, like everything. I used to make sure I had everything in line when I did the tour because that was the only tour I did back then, and I had access to ask people like Nicotero stuff. And hey man, what about this? What about this? What about this? And he actually told me, he said we were going to do Firewalkers in there, but we decided not to at the last minute. And it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah.
Mm.
But I sent a lot of people over to the water tower tours this weekend, man. There was people asking about it. I'm like, you rather ride a golf cart than walk it, so you need to go over here.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it.
Ain't no problem, man.
We send them down there too. We try.
Oh yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, we had a good deal of many people. I did a tour by myself. They outnumbered me by drastic amounts, but we had fun.
We rode the golf cart till it ran out of battery, dude. Cindy ran out. She took off. She took off on it, and she had the last tour. And usually the other person will just leave. You know what I mean? Because it's the last tour of the day. Yeah. But when she took off, man, she was like, I don't know if it's going to have enough juice. I was like, you'll be all right. Go ahead. You'll be all right. Because she had her golf cart too, the 6-seater, the other one. But we had 7 people, so it wouldn't have fit. And yeah, she got down the road. She ran out of battery. I had to go get them in 2 trips on the one golf cart, and then finish out the tour for them. She was almost done.
That's cool, though, man. That's cool. Like she's like little Eva Knievel on that the freaking golf cart, man.
And then we had to push it like forever to get it to where we parked it. But
she's parking that thing at JT's house now, right?
She's parking the smaller one, the 6-seater at JT's, and then we've got another spot for the other one. But just in case anybody's watching in Sonoy, I think we got to find a new spot to park it, and I gotta figure that out. I've got some leads though.
You ought to do like a tour with both of them, just get each other in tow, and you can have a little intercom and everything.
Yeah, we've done it. We run them at the same time, but what we usually do is we'll have 2 different guides on each one, and then one will go backwards. They'll do the usual route in reverse, and then the other one will go the other way. Usually end up meeting in the middle.
I got you.
And making fun of each other, and then moving on. That's what we do.
Yeah. Well, let Cindy know next Friday if she's working. I'm crashing her tour. I'm gonna jump on the golf cart again. I don't care.
If she's not, I will. You're welcome anytime.
I'll jump on your golf cart too, Steve.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. Try not to run out of battery.
Hell, you will with me on there. I'm gonna jump on the side of that thing.
But yeah, Clear. I really enjoyed watching that one again. It's and we still got some good ones to go. We got a lot of good ones to go.
You know what bothers me about Clear is the poor man, the backpack. They won't pick him up.
Yeah.
And then he's running when they get stuck, and I'm like, why won't he pick up that poor guy?
Well, I mean, the thing about it wasn't he like afraid to trust anybody at that point?
Yeah.
But still,
I think that's what it was.
Did everybody else see him, or was it just Rick that second time?
I think Carl seen him. Carl turned around, didn't he?
I think
I was about to say maybe Rick was just seeing shit, and
didn't Miss Sean get Daryl's crossbow, the new one from Clear? I know she had it in her hand when she left. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Daryl got his new crossbow. Miss Sean did. Got it for him.
Oh, okay.
In Clear, yeah. I remember I used to tell people that on tour. He got a new crossbow there. I always wonder what happened to the old one, though. I don't know. All right, guys. You got any thoughts about Clear or anything else you want to say before we start doing all the sponsors and stuff?
Oh, no.
Anybody?
Just
Mm-hmm.
Once again, it's one of my favorites. It's always going to be. I don't think it's just because of Grantville either. I think I liked it before. I don't know. Or I guess before I ever went there, I think it was one of my favorites. I think that's why I sought out Grantville to begin with.
That's where I met you at, ain't it, Steven?
Probably. I can't remember the first time we met. It's been a while, though. It's been a long time.
I remember the first memorable time I met you was you were with CJ Creech. Because CJ was out there with us that day and you were with him.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Now, I had seen you around to that point. I think I finally met you with CJ.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was real kind of standoffish back then. I would do tours and stuff, but I'd be quiet.
Oh,
That's
I
when,
was too.
yeah.
I didn't know many people back then. I don't even, I mean, I somewhat knew CJ. I think we just met because of cons and stuff like that.
CJ is an awesome guy, by the way.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to him in a while.
I talked to him at the camp. I talked to him for a little while at the camp, but he was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was there with Dave, wasn't he?
Yeah, which there's this funny thing about Oklahoma. They got a new meme that's on my Facebook with Dave Sheraton. He's dressed up as Deputy Doofy, and he's saying, "I know how to play football," across it, and he's got a little Oklahoma hat on. It's hilarious. All right, guys. Miss Dawn, you got anything to say, honey?
No, I'm good.
All right, Mr. Kevin, let's bring up some sponsors. All right, the Walking Dead Harrelson, the Water Tower Tour, Auto Rats Plus, the Camp, Abraham's Army, Survive the Night, Cinematography, Miss Danielle, the Walking Dead Horror Nation, Walking Dead Fans and Amazing. I'd like to thank our Patreon, Miss Dawn, of course, Miss Christy, Mr. Jeff, and Mr. Casey. Everybody, we love you, each and every one of y'all. We appreciate y'all coming to watch the podcast every week. Y'all are truly a blessing. Anybody got any last words at all? I'm going to give you one more time.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and thanks to everybody that comes all the time and tunes in, and thanks to everybody tuning in for the first time. We'll see you next Monday.
Bye, guys.